Hi friends. So project Tiger by Satyajit. Paragraph 1 we will see what is it all about. It's about shooting films with animal actors. Shooting films with animal actors. So he speaks about his childhood memories. Where as a child when he went to see films, he saw, especially in Hollywood films, he saw how they made use of animals as actors in the films, and how the owners of those animals became very rich because they got huge amounts of money for this. And not only that, animal actors were much better than human actors. Animal actors were much better than human actors. So that is what he speaks about in the first paragraph. I have simplified it for you and then we will proceed. But before that, the difficult words here, because we are following the communicative method of teaching English. And so here we are. Beat Hollywood means defeat Hollywood. Hollywood is the center of filmmaking in America. So that is beat Hollywood. Defeat. We say nobody can beat Sachin Tendulkar in cricket. But we can say now, nobody can beat Virat Kohli in cricket. Means you cannot defeat, that's it. Impressive. Impressive means praiseworthy, or you admire, admirable we say, admirable. The performance of Mr. Ashok is very impressive. Impressive means very admirable. Praise. It requires, we feel like praising him. That is praising a person, isn't it? Praising or saying good words about a person. Praising or saying good words, etc. That is admirable. That is impressive. Your mark list is very impressive. That means you get 1,200 out of 1,200. Then that is impressive mark list, isn't it? Yes. Impressive is a good word that you can use in everyday your conversation. Oh, my dear friends, your performance was very impressive, you can say. Instead of saying admirable, instead of saying praiseworthy, instead of saying I would like to say good words about your performance, you can just one word you can say it was very impressive. Okay, collie. Collie is a kind of sheepdog. Sheepdog means dogs, Scottish type with long hair, and they are used for guarding sheep, guarding sheep. So this is collie. Here the name of the collie is Lassie. So it's an animal actor. Then we have got in their own rights. Their own means the animal's own rights. In their own right means not because of anybody's support. For example, you can see that Virat Kohli is the best cricketer in his own right. In his own right means that he is, by his performance, that's the meaning, by his doing, by his playing, that is in his own right means. Or you can say that Shah Rukh Khan is one of the best actors in his own right. Not anybody supported by anybody, but just because of his acting, he is the best. That is in his own right, in their own right. Class standard 4. They are you can say they are in their own rights. They are the best students. In their own rights. That means their performance is so good. There's no need of any support, any public support. There's no question of no need for anybody's support for them. They are good, or they are best, or they are number one because of what they do, because of their performance. What they do is performance. Understand that? That is. So you should also be best in your own right, not because somebody supports you. Each one of us should be best in our own rights. That right means we should be best, not because somebody else is supporting us, but you should be able to say that I am myself, I have got the right to be called number one because of what I am doing or my performance. I suppose you understand what is the meaning of performance. Yes. Performance means doing, acting, doing something. That is a film. The actors perform in the films. Yes. So I think that is not a very difficult word. These are very good words in English that you should remember and you can use every day. Impressive. Oh, his dress is very impressive. His appearance is very impressive. He is in his own right the best person. In his own right he is the best person. In her own right she is the best person. Yes, she is the best person in her own right. Nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. You can say like. Now simplifying, you have got it. This is about making films with animals in them. Animal actors. In them means in films. In his childhood, Ray saw many films. There were trained dogs in them. Two of them were famous stars. Two dogs were famous stars. One is Rin Tin Tin. Rin Tin Tin. And the other one is Lassie. Lassie is a collie. C-O-L-L-I-E. Collie. Who is this written here? Collie. A sheepdog. Scottish with long hair. Scottish means from Scotland. Then their acting was very impressive. The owners of the trained animals got huge amount of money. And of course they became very rich. And now we will go through the text. Okay, you have got some 7 sentences today to learn, nothing more than that. So simple, you can see. Now, no one can beat Hollywood when it comes to making films with animals in them. So, Hollywood stands first. Only Hollywood stands the best in what? In making films with or using animals as actors. Hollywood is the best. Hollywood, I told you, the center of the capital of film industry in America. Our Malayalam film industry is known as Mollywood. Then Tamil film industry is Tollywood. Then Kannada is Kollywood. Kolly. In Bombay, Hindi film industry is known as Bollywood. Bollywood. So everywhere there is wood only. I don't know why. I remember films in my childhood. So he says, he is recalling his memories. He is remembering how he used to go to films and what he saw. And there were quite a few of them. That means a good number of them. There were quite a few of them, means a good number of them, that had an Alsatian called Rin Tin Tin. So Rin Tin Tin was an Alsatian dog. You have seen Alsatians now. They are some almost as a 5 feet, 5 feet tall, you can say, and also ferocious looking. A very large dog, you can say, Alsatian. There used to be Alsatian dogs around in some families in Kerala, but I haven't seen them these days. In my younger days, I have seen them. The rich people, they used to have Alsatian dogs in their houses for guarding their houses, maybe. Yes, that had been Alsatian. The name of the Alsatian dog, Rin Tin Tin. It's a good name, no? Rin Tin Tin. Yes. This dog's acting was more impressive than humans. So if you compare the acting of humans and with humans on the one side and animal, this Alsatian dog on the other side, according to Satyajit Ray, he says the acting of the Alsatian Rin Tin Tin was better than acting by humans. That's the thing. So that's something wonderful. Humans, animals actors are better than human actors. That is the feeling or that was the conclusion that he made, Satyajit Ray made when he was a boy. Later, we got to see 3 or 4 other films. We got to see means we had a chance to see. Later, childhood, we saw films with Alsatian, Rin Tin Tin. And now later we got to see, means we had the opportunity to see, we had the chance to see 4 other films with a collie. Collie is a sheepdog. A dog guarding, a dog used to guard sheep. A dog used to guard sheep. This called Lassie. It seemed that the director could make Lassie do just about anything. So the director had full command over Lassie. He could ask Lassie to dance, he would dance. Bark, bark, run, run. Come back, come back. Go away, go away. So you can do anything with it. You can say like a puppet show. In puppet show what happens? The person who controls the puppet, he can make the puppet do anything. Like that, says that he had full control over this dog, over Lassie. And he could make Lassie do anything. Dance, jump, cry, bark, then embrace him, or go after, look after the dogs. Sorry, not dogs, but sheep, everything he could. So that means well trained. You can say sometimes what happens in monkeys, humans, they take around in circus and so on, animals, and they can do any, the ringmaster can do anything with them. That is, especially with certain animals like monkeys, and then you have got other, not with the tigers and other, but with the squirrels, you can have dogs, you can do anything, cycling and so on. You must have seen cycling by dogs. When elephants are very friendly, you can make elephants do anything with it, provided there is a kind of love relationship between the elephant and the mahout. Mahout means the person who, M-A-H-O-U-T, the person who looks after or the guardian of or the person in charge of an elephant is called a mahout. M-A-H-O-U-T. See, M-A-H-O-U-T, mahout. That is. So that is, he could do anything with it. Means he had the full control over it. That is. These trained dogs were famous stars in their own rights. They are famous stars, famous actors in their own rights. That means just because of their acting, they became famous. Not because of the name of the owner, not because of the title of the film, none of those things, but just because of the role that he or she acted. That is performance. So their own rights, and the money they earned, the director will not, the producer will not give the money in the hands of the dog now, but to the owner of the dog. The earn was no less than what a real film star got. If a real film star means human. If a real film star gets 5 crores, then the animal star also will get around 5 crores. Say maybe 4.5 crores. 0.5, 4.5. That's enough, no? They are owners, they are animals. They means the owners of the animals could easily make as much as 100,000 rupees from just one film. 100,000 rupees, that means millions, isn't it? But just from one film. So that means the animal actors were so popular those days, and animal actors could earn money for their owners. And the animal actors were much better than human actors. The acting of the animals were very impressive. So these are what he says. Questions. Identify the topic sentence in paragraph 1. Very simple, isn't it? What is the answer? So the topic sentence is about animal actors in Hollywood films. animal actors in Hollywood films. That is the topic. How many examples are given here? 2 examples. What are they? Rin Tin Tin, the Alsatian, and the Lassie, the Collie. That's it. So you have answered the question, you have read it, you know all the important words, you get a simplified version. I think you have followed it very well. So, bye.